Good day. Today we are going to be treating the last part, the part 3 of problems of early childhood stage. The first one we are going to be looking at is violent behavior. Some children, early childhood stage, they can become quite violent. The first thing you must establish here when you notice your child is getting violent is that make sure they are not learning it from you because children copy a lot. Make sure they are not learning that violent behavior from you, that learning how to fight or to beat is not from you. Now, when that has been established, you also make sure they are not learning it from media, like from watching movies or playing violent games. Make sure they are not also learning from that. When all that has been taken care of, then you have to do a lot of talking and teaching them what we call non-confrontational conflict resolution skills. Like teach them how to talk to people who have offended them, how to assert themselves without being violent. Teach them also the consequences of violent behavior that it can lead to injury, it can lead to death. Teach them all these things along with moral instruction. A lot of moral instruction helps a lot, and religious instruction helps a lot to deal with violent children. And then make sure they are not exposed to violent media, violent movies or games. And also make sure you also try as a parent not to show forms of violent behavior that your children can copy. The last thing we are going to be looking at under problems associated with early childhood stage is extreme sibling rivalry. We discussed sibling rivalry in the toddler stage. In the early childhood stage, it can get quite extreme if not properly handled. A situation where children, sisters or brothers fight over things, sometimes for no reason. It can be very distracting, it can be very frustrating for the parent. So the parent must work to put a stop to it by advising the children through moral instruction and also through punishment. At this stage, if not handled properly, it could lead to a lot of relationship problems between siblings. So you may be forced to resort to punishment when you discover that the fighting, the rivalry is getting too much. You may need to punish the children involved. To some extent, you may need to compel them to work together, to do things together. That is when all else have failed. Of course, you may also need to punish them when it gets out of hand. We have treated a lot under this heading, under problems concerning early childhood stage. If you have any questions, please do well to ask them using the comment section, and I'll be sure to treat them. Also, do well to also suggest topics that you would like me to treat. And moving forward, I'll be sure to do so. Thank you.